Shemai GTA chums, the Ocelot Penetrator is on the podium. You can't buy this anymore, it's a removed vehicle, and it's a great vehicle, one that every car collector should own because it's a Jaguar XJ220, the saviour of the British car industry. Oh, no, it wasn't, but it was the fastest car in the world, production car in the world at the time. So here's my version, much nicer, I think you'll agree, but I do like that white pearlescent with that darker blue on that podium car, so wouldn't sniff at it if I won it. I don't know why I'd sniff it if I won it. This is a kind of modern build on the car, and you can see you've got the engine in the rear and all that kind of business. Is it a V8 that? Because it should be a V6. The original wasn't supposed to be a V6. I think it was supposed to be a V8, or was it even a V12? Maybe it was a V8, but they couldn't afford a V8, so they put in a V6. But even though they did that, it was still a 200 nautical mile an hour car. So it was a great car, a legend within the British car industry, a bit of a pinnacle because it's like they used British ingenuity of using crap parts to make a great car, which is worth loads of money now. Mr. Bean sold his for 12 million. If you remember that. I don't remember. I remember googling it though. We're going to customize it in the old custom shop here, and then we'll go for a drive. Talk more about performance. What's it lacking? What does it need? We've got armor and brakes. It's lacking nothing. It's brilliant. So let's do the bumpers. There's not a massive amount of customization because it's one of the older cars, because it's obviously one of the first ones they put in, because it's amazing. And we can do all that business carbon, but I'm not really into it, so I'm not going to. I'm going to keep with that open grille bumper. I think I'm going to do the same with the rear. I'm just going to keep it reasonably classic because I just don't think anything else really works. The engine tunes we've got, air filters. Oh, you can change these to make them chrome. Look, you can have open pots. Now how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it wasn't 12, yeah. It was supposed to be 6. Anyway, it's good. It's an upgraded one. Let's pretend that. Oh, you've got the valve covers, so you see you can cover them in basically. So we're going to keep that because it's good. Exhaust. Stock exhaust is good enough. We could put something chubbier on just because it's a bit of a custom one. Not that. That's too chubby. But something like the twin racing exhaust might be the one. Okay, we'll do that. And bonnet. You've got like a stock bonnet is what you want really. That's some kind of racing scoop thing. Don't know about all the customization for those. It just doesn't seem to work for me. It ruins the curves of it, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Or it paints it black. Plate. Yeah, maybe it should be like classic or something like that. There we go, on Mr. Bean. I've not got a Mr. Bean one. Primary colour, right, here we go. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. We are going to do something really boring, and we're going to paint it a light grey maybe. That is a little bit wrong. A dark grey. I can do blue like the podium. I know, why don't we do midnight blue and do something that's probably not going to work at all. So what we need to do, see if I can remember how to do it. So primary colour, metallic, I've not done this in ages, just rotate through them all. I've done the changing plate thing, haven't I? I've done it too early. Right, and then you go down to the plate, and then you change it to fun time, and then you have to change it back. Yeah, V-gang. Oh, I've just done that, sod it. Right, classic. So if we do a pearlescent, it lets us do it now. There we go. You've learned something new or not. We're going to try a yellow because I said yellow. I don't know why I'm thinking yellow. It's just the opposite of blue, isn't it? Which, again, the rare yellow or blue colourblind people will be well pissed off with me. Race yellow. Race yellow seems to have more green in it, so that makes it work better. Nice. Oh, have I done this before? Yeah, I might have. Only a primary colour, no secondary. And skirts, we've got the custom skirts just to extend it a little bit. And I like it. It has a classic look to it. We're gonna keep with that idea. You can put a spoiler on for the traction bonus, but no spoiler is best. That's what you want with the classic. And maybe we'll bring a none on. Actually, that looks okay as well, but I don't know. That's not an active spoiler either, in case you were wondering. Now let's put that one on. It looks a bit interesting. Why not? That is an option, I think. Transmission is upgraded, and the wheels, in case you want to know what sort they are. Street, no track. Modern mesh, there we go. Wheel colour, we might be able to turn these gold to go with the blue. It's a classic, isn't it? Like the Subaru learned me of that, didn't they? Dark copper. That might be the way to go. And tyre enhancements, we have those. Tyre smoke, red. It should probably be blue. Tyre design, you can go fuckaroo whites, but no, it probably doesn't really suit this car. Windows, similarly, we're not going to limo them out because it covers up your engine in the rear. You could probably go light smoke if you want to go in between, but we're not going to. Done it, complete. Doesn't take much to customize this car. Very nice car. I didn't do the headlights because it's an older car, so we keep stock. It looks a bit Xenon anyway. Maybe it is Xenon. It's a rear wheel drive. For those into the history, if you would have looked into my casino garage where I keep all my daily drivers, there is shock horror, the McLaren F1, also known as the GP1, which I think that might be on discount this week. Yeah, I think it is. It is on discount, so you could get both because both these cars are linked. They're both like the fastest in the world at the time, and the McLaren F1 was released shortly after the Jaguar XJ220, which is why the Jaguar XJ220 was such a flop, because basically the McLaren F1 central driving position built for racing, even though they built racing variants of these which were competitive in racing, in the world of real racing, but the McLaren F1 wiped it out. Even though not many of those were built either, but the less of these were built, I think. Great car, and I think you'll agree that that kind of weird kind of matte colour with the yellow tint does work. I could have even put yellow rims on perhaps, or green, lime green. So this car is a classic in the world that you need to read up on the Jaguar XJ220 if you're into cars. If you're just stuck with North American cars, that's pretty limited. I've learnt my North American cars a little bit, so get learning your European cars and this should be first on your list. Great car. Let's look at the internals, see how they are. Performance wise, funny enough, it is better than the Jaguar. It is better than the McLaren F1 in this game. It drives better, and it's just a better car overall. So I don't know why it's not a daily driver, but the F1 is. I think because I forced myself to drive the F1, because I think the F1 has understeer, which just doesn't feel like a race car at all, and I was really disappointed with the handling of it. So I've never driven a McLaren F1, obviously, so I wouldn't know. But I was really disappointed what I would expect the handling to be like, which is why I went on a romp ages ago going, oh, it's rubbish. But both are good. This is better, but you might like the McLaren F1 best. But this is free, so it's not even an option for purchasing. Get both. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day if you're playing DOS GTA. What a nice car.